The flat landscape of Holland gives free rein to the prevailing southwestern winds coming in from the North Sea. They create ideal conditions for the use of windmills. From the 13th century onwards, these magnificent machines have been dotted around the landscape of the Low Countries. Moreover, without them, a considerable amount of the country would be underwater and not dry land. These water-pumping windmills are probably the windmills mostly associated with the Netherlands, but they are by no means the most prevalent windmills of the ones that survive till this day. Of the over 1,200 surviving windmills, only a little more than 400 are water-pumping windmills. More than half, 718, are built to mill grain. Then there are also paper mills, sawmills, mustard mills, oil mills, paint mills, churn mills, chalk mills, snuff mills, hemp mills, grind mills, and peel mills. Not only is there a difference in function, there is also a difference in form. Broadly speaking, there are the standard mill or post mill, named after the central post or standard the mill is placed upon, paltrok molen or paltrok mill, named after a medieval sleeveless cape with a similar silhouette, wipmolen or seesaw mill, possibly named for the movement of the mill when operating fast, stellingmolen or gantry mill, named after the gantry that's built below the mill to operate the blades, and the achtkantenmolen or 8-sided mill, which also comes in 6, 12 and 16-sided variants. How the blades of a windmill, or gevlucht, are turned against the wind, or kruien in Dutch, is another defining factor. When turned from the outside, it is called a buitenkruier, roughly translated to outside turner, which is usually pretty obvious because the tail that operates the cap is easily visible on the outside. Turned from within the windmill, or cap, it will be a binnenkruier, roughly translated to inside turner. Besides the difference in where the mechanism for turning the blades is located, there is also a distinction between where the turning point is on the windmill. When the whole mill is turned against the wind, like with the post mill and paltrok mill, it is called an onderkruier, or roughly translated bottom turner. When only the cap with the blades is turned, like with most 8-sided mills, it is called a bovenkruier, which is roughly translated to top turner. The seesaw mill, or wipmolen, is considered an intermediate form between the other two and is therefore often referred to as middenkruier, which, unsurprisingly, translates to middle turner. Windmills can be found throughout the country, but the province of South Holland has the largest concentration of them from all provinces, with 227 windmills. Which is no surprise, seeing as a large part of the province consists of polders that were made possible only by windmills. Most famous are the 19 windmills at Kinderdijk village in South Holland, which are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. All these windmills were built to pump water from the lower lying polder. A good second are probably the windmills at Zaanse Schans, which is a neighborhood of the village of Zaandam in the province of North Holland. This neighborhood was set up with the express purpose of preserving wooden industry buildings and industrial windmills that were used in the timber industry. Here you will find windmills with different functions like spice mills, wood mills, oil mills, and a paint mill. Surviving windmills can also be found inside cities, villages, and throughout the rest of the country. A great resource for finding any of these surviving windmills is the Dutch Molen Database, or Dutch Windmill Database, which I also linked in the description.